Aries, hey there, I'm Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Aries. If you resonate with anything that comes through, you can dive deeper on a part 2, which is linked below on Patreon or Vimeo. Links are below for your convenience, okay? All right, Aries, I'm eager to get into this. By the way, these readings are timeless in general, but I am recording this the day before the full moon Aquarius on the 18th of August, okay? So actually the deck that called to me for you is the Star Codes Astro Oracle. And oh my God, I can't talk all of a sudden. Sorry, Aries, but it is still Mercury retrograde. I was shown a card from this deck, which is how I know it was calling. Such explanation. And it was the Sagittarius card, which I was like, interesting. So Sag energy is coming up for you. You don't really have anything in Sag right now, in Tropic or Western. Tropic Western astrology, I mean. But you could have a Sag placement or you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but it feels like your inner Sag, wherever that may be within you, is calling for some attention. Now, oh, hold on a second. Okay, Aries, Sag can be very expressive, and I do feel like clearly there's something going on with communication or your throat or something, or how you express yourself. Because even trying to explain how Sag was coming out was a Herculean task to get those words out. And between you and Sag is a little bit more wild, a little bit more unpredictable, and definitely a little bit more loose with their tongue. You can kind of be loose too, especially if anybody like triggers you, but it's not quite to the Sag degree, and you both can also be very playful. But Saggies also can be more like optimistic, generally speaking. But there's something about Sag with you, and it's like, even as I'm getting in your energy, I feel like I'm reading for a Sagittarius, not even reading for an Aries. But we'll get into this here. You could be feeling like you need a little bit more wild fun in your life, that you need to be a little bit more untamed and untethered actually is coming through on that. Untethered. Untethered. You may be feeling a little bit bogged down by responsibility and you just need a freaking break. Yeah, honestly, Aries, that's what I'm getting with you. It's like, you just want a break. You just want to like not have to pander to anyone or anything, to just be a little bit more untamed and a little more wild. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with that. But let's see what wants to come out with you using the Star Codes Astro Oracle for Aries. Almost said Sag. Any messages or insights for Aries? Yeah, very strong Sag energy coming up with you. Any messages or insights for Aries? I'm starting to get blue. The color blue is coming through. Why? Yeah, I feel like this is about the throat. I do. I feel like it's about communication. You already are pretty decent at asserting yourself. But it's about communication. Ooh. Tension with square, semi-square, and quincunx. Oh, coming out for you. I feel like that tension is like a burden for you. I keep getting this vibe that, yeah, it's like you're under pressure or expectation to do some things or communicate or express or assert yourself in a specific way. It feels like there's just a little bit too much rigidity there, and like you're getting sick of it. And your inner Sag wants to come and break out and say, no, I'm not doing that shit. That's what I'm getting with you. It's almost like you want to scream no at somebody or run away or go frolic and just say, fuck it. Just say F it. Okay. What else is going on for Aries? Am I taking these? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely involving you and other people. Pallas Athena and Juno. So Juno right now is in Virgo and Pallas Athena is in Scorpio. Just mentioning that to you guys. Pallas Athena is playing a really important role with this full moon. Juno's in Libra right now. It's moved on from Virgo. It was in Virgo for a while. Juno is in Libra and is actually aspecting Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And both of those energies astrologically right now are really helping to get into some deeper insights and deeper truths within ourselves, and also navigating situations using that level of discernment and emotional intelligence. But the fact that this is coming out, especially just like Juno is that component of other people and partnership, dealing with partnership, whether that's romantic or business or otherwise, there's something that you are finding too restricting about a specific relationship, whatever that relationship may be. Again, business, romantic, or other. Yeah, it's too restrictive. It's too restrictive. And Pallas Athena also comes out when we are trying to find a solution, when we are trying to like harmonize or balance. But I feel like there's something that you do need to see and acknowledge about whatever this situation is for you. Because there's a reason you feel this tension. There's a reason you feel like there's too much rigidity or there's too much parameters. Some of you are walking on eggshells. It's like you can't be yourself. It's like you can't be yourself, and there's this feeling that you are needing to neglect almost a piece of yourself to deal. And that's kind of not okay. You know? That's kind of not cool. That's not cool. It's not cool, man. It's not. It's not cool. There's something else going on with Pallas Athena, but we're going to pull some other cards and we'll get deeper into this, okay? Using the Dreams of Gaia tarot here. Yeah, it's you've had your fill. You've had your fill. There should be another way. And I think you're going to find it. I think you're going to find it. And I think it's literally just allowing yourself a little bit more laxed to be more yourself and be allowed to be more yourself. And if someone's got a problem with it, I know that everyone's in different situations and sometimes you got to compromise and weigh pros and cons, but if you can't be you, I don't know. I don't know if that's something to compromise on, but that's just me. Free will and all, you know? All right. Any messages or insights for Aries? Tell me about tension. I feel it. Pallas Athena holds the key. The clarity. Yeah, tension around the Ace of Wands. Or the Ace of Fire. Which is your passion. That is your passion. That is your fun. That is your source of play. That is your sacred flame. That is the flame of your soul. Literally, it's the flame of your spirit. The Ace of Fire represents how much you are, right? Which you're Aries. You should be a flame. But with tension there, it's kind of being suppressed. And that's kind of what I was getting already. All right. Tell me about Pallas Athena for Aries. Aries, you just got to do you. Honestly, this is what it's just coming down to. You just got to do you. So like I said, Pallas Athena seems to hold the key here as far as like the clarity of the situation, what's really going on. And if there is a solution, what the solution is. And the key is the King of Fire. There's a lot of fire going on here, Aries. King of Fire is Leo energy, but King of Fire is a boss. Literally, could represent you being a boss or dealing with a boss figure. But King of Fire is boss, father energy, leader energy, very confident. Someone who knows how to be in their authority, but not compromise other people in theirs, right? It's somebody who is not tyrannical. They are evolved past that. That is the King of Fire in this deck, and that is the key here. Be in your authority with whoever this is, not in a way that is dominating, not in a way that's aggressive, not in a way that is pushy, because you can be in your own authority and you could still be compassionate and understanding. You can still be very human, right? So I think that's something the collective is still working through. But being in your authority like this, it's like, it says it all. So Cancer had something similar. I think it was part of the full moon Aquarius energy. You getting in that vibe is like, this be me. So what we gonna do about this? You know, it's very much like that. Not bitchy, not bossy, not being a dick. It's just, this is who I am. So let's figure this out. Because that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. So just be in your authority. Just do it. You're an Aries. You can do it. All right. Tell me about Juno. No, that was fast. Oh, Four of Air. Four of Air in this deck speaks to time or like time management or just like the concept of time and space. In traditional tarot, it's usually taken a time out. So, Aries, you might have to come to terms with the fact that whoever this is to you, you might need some space. If this is a boss, I don't know how you're going to deal with that. If this is literally someone you need to like report to or work, I hate these terms in our like traditional work structures. You need to report to where you're a subordinate or you're under somebody. Just like, just really gross language. Yeah, I keep feeling like you need space. You need space to be you. To be you in all of your fieriness and however you want to be expressing yourself in that way. And again, not in an unhealthy way, not in a self-gratifying, it's all about me kind of way, not a distorted way, just in a I need to have space to be me. I need to have space to be me. So yes, some separation may be needed here if it's something that you can get away with. But time, there's something about management specifically. It's like, it's so hard to describe energy sometimes. I'm almost getting this like moving schedules around, or it's like moving around how much exposure you have to them or in what capacity you deal with this person. So if it's like a boss, like it might be coming up with like a negotiation actually of like understanding your bandwidth and how much you can tolerate what it is that they need from you, but they do need to come to the table with you and work with you. Like this needs to be a collaborative effort. Like that's what I'm getting. This can't be a you say this so that's it kind of a thing. Like it needs to be negotiated, it needs to be discussed. If this is not like a boss, again, I just keep feeling like you need more space for you, or you just need to have like certain amount of time reclaimed back for freedom specifically. Like that's kind of what I'm getting here. So very, very fascinating. I'm going to pull from one more deck and then we're going to get into part 2. I'm just trying to feel this out. Do we do animals or fae? Do we do animals or fae? Let's do fae. Let's do fae for you. Any other messages or insights for Aries? So like now we've spoken all this, the Sag energy is calming down. So that I don't like, so some of, oh my God, words, some of you, that might be your Lilith, that might be like your North or South node or your Chiron or like your Mars, like a piece of you, or yeah, I keep getting like a Lilith vibe. Like a piece of you that's very raw and like wants to take action or wants to be primal. That's where that Sag energy is coming from. Yeah, so that would just be my guess. Doesn't have to be. It's just this likely to be. Okay. Tell me about tension and Ace of Wands. Tell me about tension and Ace of Wands. Yeah, Aries, you got shit to do. Hold on a second. You don't got time to be held up, you know? You just don't. So with tension and the Ace of Fire, we have Penelope Dreamweaver. I love that card. It has a softness to it, but it's exactly how it sounds. Penelope Dreamweaver comes in to help you cultivate, to help you weave realities, to help you manifest, you know, all of that stuff. With the Ace of Fire, which is, again, the flame of your soul, right? And this is what you feel. It's like you want the freedom to do that. You want the freedom to act out of the whimsy of your soul and not be restricted, especially by other people. Like, Aries, you don't mess with that, right? Yeah. You don't got time for this level of restriction. You just don't. I feel like it's just not worth the cost. I get that in life we gotta deal with things that we don't want to be dealing with, or people we don't really want to be dealing with sometimes. And so some of you need to have a creative way of reclaiming at least a little bit of more time for yourself for that. Specifically just for that. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about Pallas Athena and King of Fire. Oh my. This is getting a little testy. Oh, this is getting a little hot, Aries. Soul Shrinker is a gnarly energy. Oh, my tooth just started hurting. Interesting, because Soul Shrinker is about toxic words, specifically toxic words. Could be toxic thoughts too. But yeah, it's like, and I was getting something with the throat too with you. Yeah. Aries, the difficulty with navigating the situation is navigating your words, but also realizing that they might be putting some toxic shit out there onto you or say toxic things to you to diminish you, to keep you in this like place of restriction and rigidity and like unable to be fully you. So just something to be aware of. I feel like it's more them, but like both of you could be tempted to engage in that level of toxicity because one, you're frustrated. You're frustrated and you feel a little trapped and you feel a little restricted by something outside of yourself, and it feels like it is a person. And that's just not okay. Like I said, this King of Fire energy, that is the key here. And it's like, it's you. Like, this is you. Is it really fair for you to not be allowed to be you for the sake of another person? I don't think so. I don't think so. And if they're acting like that towards you, oh, hell no. Just hell no. But yeah, just be mindful of your words, okay? Oh, I didn't even explain Soul Shrinker, so sometimes I just get used to all the meanings, and I think you guys can read my mind. Or you already know, because you've been watching me, right? But Soul Shrinker is the power of toxic words and thoughts to degrade energy, to literally soul shrink, right? To suck the energy or life out of a situation or a person. That is Soul Shrinker. Yeah, it's gnarly. It's not cool. All right, let's move on to Juno with partnership, and then the Four of Swords / Four of Air. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hearing perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. Tell me about Juno and Four of Air for Aries. They're bringing me back to the words. Hold on a second. Some of you, because of the frustration, you might act as the King of Fire in a shadowy way at times, just because you are like this, like you're over this. A King of Fire who's shadowy is controlling and dominating and tyrannical. So that is when you can fall into the Soul Shrinker, which is not cool. So just be mindful. We're all human. We all got shadow. You know what I mean? It happens. No judgment. All right. Coming back to Juno and the Four of Air. Coming back to Juno and the Four of Air for Aries. You got two. It's time to go, Aries. I know some of you probably don't want to hear that. Actually, a part of you probably does, but anyway. So clarifying partnership in the Four of Air, we have Journeyman and the Himself card. Journeyman and the Himself card. Journeyman is exactly how it sounds. It's taken a hard left. It's taken a walk. It's taken a journey. It's stepping away, stepping towards something else. And it's stepping towards himself, which I love the Himself card, because the Himself card is this natural primal energy, which is exactly what I'm feeling with you, that's like wanting to break out. It's a primal sense of self. Himself is also a very like, I don't want to say natural magic or nature magic. It's also very sexual and sensual energy. It speaks to the creative life force that we all possess, that we can use to cultivate and create and bring things to life. That is the Himself card. It is a procreation, creation energy. Sexual in nature, primal in nature, from the flame of your soul. Like, you see what I'm getting at here? It's like, you need to get away from this. It's time. It's time. It be time. Yeah, I feel like some of you are dealing with someone who may even criticize you a lot. I'm like, well, then why would you even continue dealing? Again, I get it. Sometimes we have to. Sometimes we don't have a choice. But I think you got a choice here, and I think you're taking it. But that's just what that's just what I'm through. All right, Aries, I'm gonna get deeper into this with some tarot into part 2 and see what other details might want to come through for you and other messages. If this is where we depart, I will see you later. Have a great month, week, night, full moon, all that stuff. And if you're joining me for part 2, I'll see you soon. Okay, take care, Aries.